what you do is pick it up and then pour some Guinness on top of it. So try and hit the lens with the fork.
The lens there?
Yeah.
Same people have been coming here since we opened. A handful anyway. A lot of them are dead. I've lost count of how many people we've married in here. Married, divorced and married again. But we had a true local pub. And when we opened, I tried to explain to people what a local was. Because they don't really have them in the United States, do they? A local is a community centre where you can get a job. If you're not missing for a couple of days, someone will go and knock on your door. That's what this place is. Well, that's what I envisaged for it, and that's what it is. It's a little room, but it's got the soul of a big pub.
Now this slide shows the total number of lots that are proposed to be merged.
We do understand that the reaction of the removal of the building at 15 East Ortega is emotional.
When it was announced locally that they were going to scrape this building, there was an upswell from the community that people were pissed off.
I'm calling to voice my support for the Raffertys and for the press room.
I began circulating a petition to help save the press room, which has received close to 14,000 signatures. To put that in perspective, that is more than most people voted for the top 3 mayoral candidates in the last election combined.
But the owners of the press room found out about this project from a mailed city notice. The press room deserves better.
Everyone was pissed off. Over 16,000 people signed a petition. The mayor only got 6,200 votes. People tell me I should run for mayor, but I want to keep my head down.
Our house in the middle of our street. Our house in the middle of our house. It has a crowd. There's always something happening, and it's usually quite loud. Our mum, she's so house proud. Nothing ever slows her down, and a mess is not allowed.
My name is James Rafferty. Everyone calls me Raff. I'm the owner of the press room here in Santa Barbara, California. From Manchester. I was over here trying to sell kitchens and bathrooms. I was in Phoenix, and Patrick, my cousin, was here. He had a motel. And Manchester United were playing Manchester City at 7 o'clock a.m. local time, and I'm in Phoenix. And he had a transistor radio. He was going to listen to it on a transistor radio. It wasn't on TV back in them days. So I drove from Phoenix 6 hours to Santa Barbara to listen to United and City on the radio. And later on, he took me down here and showed me this space. And that's when we started thinking about the press room. No, this was 84. First time I seen this building. I just felt at home when I walked in this space. This used to be a thrift store. There was nothing in it, just 3 changing cubicles and a little crapper in the corner. We basically had no clue. What we had was a green card and we were coming to the United States. Yeah, it's kind of scary, yeah. It's like if I'd have known before, I might not have done it, but I went in ignorant, basically, blind ignorance. And I had to find a job, so we'd sold our house. I basically bought myself a job. I had no intention of opening a bar, but it was an opportunity. It was April 14th, 1995. It was a Good Friday, the long Good Friday. We were still painting the door frame as people were walking in.
It's really a matter between the ownership and that tenant. And it's important to note that in that small footprint of that building, our proposal would provide 7 new apartment units.
It does affect our community. We don't need any more $5,000 rental units. We need affordable housing.
It takes an hour and a half before we open the door. Used to just put the key in the door and open the door and we were open. So I clean the place, take all the furniture out or in, whatever, yeah, everything. There you go, this is my gym now. I guess the favourite thing about this place is what I envisaged for it at the outset. I wasn't sure if we could do it, but that's what's happened. It's a real local community centre. We get involved in all kinds of things. So yeah, and we're recognised as a local place. Saying locals only. We take care of locals. We're here for the long haul, not the short haul. That's what I said at the beginning.
These particular properties are turning over to out-of-area investors as opposed to local property owners.
Came here for a better life, and we got one, and for the kids especially.
And you know, if you spend a quarter century of your life building a business, you know, participating in the community, and then ultimately it can be demolished and make way for a parking space, I just kind of find it hard to see why people would put in the blood, sweat, and tears that are required to start a local business here in Santa Barbara.
I basically introduced football to Santa Barbara. I made it popular. But what I did from the get-go, I got on my bike for a week with a backpack full of flyers, and I went around to every motel and hotel in the town. I talked to the manager or the front desk clerk and told them that we were going to be showing football. That your guests would be, well, a lot of your European guests would be interested anyway, so that worked. Bit of an hard slog, but we did it. Even now, if you're in a bar as a tourist, you say, where can I go see a football game? Where can I get a proper pint? The bartender now will say, go to the press room.
Shouldn't you be at church? We're all praying tonight. They've been answered so far.
Well, basically wake up, get out of bed, get in a shower and get down here, because it's a long day. Every tournament, I'm sometimes down here at 3 in the morning, not getting home till the evening. So it's a slog with alcohol, and watching football makes it easier. It's nuts, it can be nuts, yeah. Insane sometimes. Yeah, it's football, isn't it? It's like if you can't be at the game, it's the next best place to be. We're all facing in the same direction, looking at the TVs, chanting. It's mad, I've got some great videos from some of the games in here. In the World Cup, if Colombia are playing, we'll be full of Colombians, Brazilians, Swedes. It's a festival. And whoever wins, we play their national music. They're all dancing around all over the place. It's great.
Into the final of a major tournament for the first time in 55 years.
Welcome to the press room. I'd like to draw your attention to those 24 flags. There's only 2 at full mast. England and Italy. But after the game, all the 24 flags are being auctioned for the Alzheimer's Association, a good cause, so everybody should bid on a flag. 1996 was our first Euro ever. England should have won it that year. We got beat by Germany on penalties, and if Paul Gascoigne was £5 lighter, the fat bastard, we would have won. So it's only fitting, this is our last Euros tournament ever in this building. So it's only fitting that England win.
Yeah.
Well said,
Please stand for the national anthem.
Enough, Gareth Southgate said, just to be here. Now you have to choose. What colour medal do you want?
Absolutely buzzing. The crowd, just like the other night.
Well, it is a first for England. Never before have they contested a European Championship final. Insigne with the corner. He'll want to shift the ball. He'll do that. Trippier. Sterling making a dart. Walker in there too. Might come to Lucha. What a time to score!
So when I was 14 years old, my dad, the mad Irishman, great bloke, calls me over. I lived in fear of him, I loved him, but he was very strict. He said, "Come here, you." So I approached him like this, said, "Yeah, what's up, Dad?" And he stuck his finger in my chest and he said to me, "Son, remember, you're going to be dead for a long time, so enjoy yourself." I went, "Okay, Dad, I can do that." He said, "Remember, never eat the hot dogs in Manchester." I was like, "Oh, okay." And remember, it's nice to be nice. That was it, like 30 seconds of advice, and I've lived my life by it. And just before he died, I asked him, "You know, that was great advice you gave me, Dad, but what was that about the hot dogs?" He said, "Well, I used to drink in this pub, and all the blokes who pushed the hot dog carts around would piss in the water before they went to work, because they didn't like you little bastards."
Well, some of the crowd are on the pitch.